If you apply to a TransferWise account and you're not accepted, or maybe you have a Wise account that's shut down, that might be really tough and you might think there's no other alternatives. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain some of the great alternatives that I've tried and worked with in the past. Thousands of non-US residents are suddenly finding that their Wise accounts are restricted or that they're closed, often with little or no notice. And while we can help a lot of you get your accounts open and keep them open, and Wise is admittedly a great financial platform to use, there are great other options. Honestly, without a reliable international money transfer option, it might be really difficult for your business to keep going. It might be hard to keep sending money abroad if you don't have an account, and maybe Wise is your only account. So these would be some other options to really look into, especially if you're doing business in multiple currencies and multiple jurisdictions, and you want the best rates possible for changing money between currencies. And that's what these EMIs, electronic money intermediaries, or monetary intermediaries, really do, is they have accounts in multiple currencies and help you change your money between accounts at often the best rates. And Wise, being the most famous one, is not the best option. In this video, as I mentioned, I'm going to go over some alternatives and some notable points when applying for these alternatives, and tell you as much information as I have about them, because I've used a lot of these accounts. My clients have used these accounts, and I talk to people every day, international entrepreneurs all over the world, who are using different EMIs for their businesses, and I kind of know a lot about how they work, and I can share a lot of anecdotal experience and experience from helping clients get these accounts set up. So I like Wise a lot. Their platform is amazing. They're easy to work with, but the customer service is terrible. If you get an account blocked, which I've had a lot of clients, it's the most popular, but I've had a lot of clients who've had monies frozen with Wise and had to do legal demands and really push to get their money released. It's been a problem for a lot of clients, but also I've used it successfully for many years and I really like it. They have a really good app and I feel safe with my money there. So I don't keep all my money there, of course. The first one, and I think the best one, a close second to Wise, Airwex. Airwex is another EMI, electronic money intermediary company, that has multiple currency accounts, and you can receive money in US dollars, transfer it out in GBP or in pesos or whatever you want, and they have many different currencies on there, and they're really secure, very established, and I think they have really good customer support. In the past, they would only open accounts if you could show them like a bank statement from a real brick and mortar bank. But recently, we've been finding that they're accepting bank statements from fintech banks and other proof of addresses, and they're pretty flexible in how they work and who they work with, and I think that they are. In my experience of using Airwex, which I have, I've gotten paid in euros. I send it to dollars. It's really easy to access. They have a good application, and it's definitely worth trying out. I think it's very established, and out of these EMIs, there's a lot of EMIs you'll find out there on the market that appear shady, and I'll share some in the end that maybe are less than reputable. And at the end of the day, you're trusting these companies with your money, and if they disappear, the company's gone, the website's down. You don't even know where your money's gone to. So you need to work with companies you trust. And while I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, I have money in most of them. So I'm going to go through them. And I've done separate videos about a lot of them. Airwex is a close second to Wise. I definitely encourage you to try it out. The one right after that I really like, and that I have a lot of clients who have used, and I work with their support team, and I've worked with their back end, and I think they have really good, ambitious customer support to help their clients, is Payaneer. And I have a video I did, an interview with a guy from Payaneer like a couple months ago. It was back in December maybe. And I went over the platform. We went through a lot of the tools they have, the multi-currency accounts. Again, it's like Airwex. It can be, you have to push a little bit to get this account open. But once it's open, it can be really helpful. They have debit cards that you can use, and some, depending on the type of account or the region you're applying from. It's different based on every region and where you're applying from, but having a way to spend the money is really helpful. Airwex does have debit cards, but only if you have like really high balances and if you like personally request it. Wise got rid of the debit cards for US LLCs and US accounts, so Wise doesn't have them either. So that can be complicated. But Payoneer is good. Once you get it open, it's just like all the other ones. You can transfer money at really good rates. You can look on the websites and see what the rates are. I'm not really reviewing, comparing. I'm trying to give you options and let you know what you need to apply for these accounts. Payoneer can be a longer process. It can be more complicated. They do more personal verification at Payoneer, but you can definitely get the account open. And once you get it open, it's been around for a long time. It's a company that a lot of people use, and they're a little bit more flexible with who they work with. I've seen a lot of like Pakistani guys and Lebanese guys and people who typically have more difficulty working with EMIs and banks just because of their passports have success with Payoneer. And as you know, if you don't have a bank account, you don't have Wise, you don't have any way to do business, you need that to do business. So you're going to be applying at all of these places and seeing which one works best for you. And for anyone watching this, like, subscribe, comment below what your experience has been, which ones you like the most, and we're going to keep going through it. So the next one on the list, a new one, is Meru, M-E-R-U, get Meru. Now, Meru's been cool because they have personal accounts and they've been a little easier to open. I have some Venezuelan contacts who've been able to open Meru accounts and get debit cards and use those. They do have debit cards, but they have higher fees, but they have multi-currency accounts and you can actually have the account open. So it's better to have an account that you can use, even if it has higher fees, than have no account at all. So I would definitely encourage you to check out Get Meru and apply. They have personal accounts primarily on the website, but they also do have business accounts, so you can open your LLC account. You just have to contact them and do it like, there's no like online form to fill out to get a business account with Meru. It's something where you have to actually contact them and apply through like emails and correspondence and sending the documentation. It's a little slower, but it is possible, and we're working through that. Now, if you're from Europe, another great option for an EMI would be Revolut. Revolut's super popular, especially for Europeans. I opened Revolut a couple weeks ago. It has higher fees. I'm not like obsessed with it. I don't hate it. It has a lot of fees. I get a lot of text messages and a lot of emails from them that's hard to turn off. They're kind of annoying about all that stuff. There's a lot more perks and benefits for a personal Revolut account than there are for the business Revolut accounts. There's more fees. There's no more free Revolut account. So if you have Revolut, there's a minimum fee, a $10 fee per month just to have the account. So maybe that'll make them easier to open. And again, it seems fine. It works, whatever. But I personally don't like all the messages. I don't like the way you log in. The way you have to remember the pins is kind of confusing. And now that they have a minimum fee, I'm probably going to close my account. I have a lot of accounts just sitting around that I don't use, but I'm probably going to close the Revolut account personally. If you don't have an account, or if I didn't have other accounts, of course I would keep it open and use it. And it seems great. I have a cool metal debit card that's like awesome. It cost me $65. I thought I could be sneaky and then apply for the premium account and get the metal card and then cancel after the free trial. They still make you pay for the metal card. So they got me on that one. We went over Wise as the number one, like, most popular option. Wise is great. But again, if Wise closes your account or you can't get it open, and that's for your US LLC or a personal account, or maybe you don't want a personal account for tax reasons, then we're going to talk about the alternatives. Airwex, worth an application, real like, established company that I've worked with for a long time. Payaneer, also great, worth an application. Meru for personal, and you can also contact them for business. Those are good ones that are becoming more and more popular. And then Revolut, if you're European, is another great option. Now, if you Google search EMIs, there's a lot of them. There's so many different money transmitting businesses, EMIs, electronic money intermediaries that will do different currency transfers. I'm not going to go into the whole list. I find these to be the most reputable ones. And between the four of them, you should be able to get an account open. If you want to apply for other ones, we have, I'll go through my list. Ping Pong X. I had a Ukrainian client running a massive e-commerce business only using Ping Pong X for the whole business. And it seemed to work out fine for them. Another one, Zinli. I've seen on here. We looked into it a little bit. PayPal is famously one. I mean, PayPal is hard to get an account open. Verto, Zyla. We don't have too many because we try and really push through the ones that we have had good experiences with, some of the bigger ones. But they have different EMIs all over. Look through, apply at your own risk. If you have a problem getting any of these accounts open, or you need help through this process, or you'd rather use bank accounts, obviously we do that as a service. You can contact the team, schedule a free call. We'd be happy to help you with that. Now, when you open these accounts, you don't want to get closed, so I'll put together a complete guide on avoiding closures on any platform that you might want to check out next. So check out that video. This is going to be how to avoid getting your account closed, basically. So check out that video, like, subscribe, and comment below what EMI you've been using. This is not Relay or Mercury. It's not a bank. This is an electronic money intermediary like Wise. Comment below. I'd love to hear some new ones and share some information with the community on here. And thanks for being here, guys. See you in the next one.